Welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see what's happening. So, we have this strong storm near Ireland, the UK, with damaging wind gusts. This storm was predicted for a few days, and now it's already happening in those areas. So, if you are there, the current conditions are in Southern Ireland with gusts more than 100 km per hour, indicated by many models. The Europeans even to like 117 this morning in Southern Ireland, spots there Central Ireland, and there it's already like start beginning of the afternoon. So the worst wind gusts this afternoon, Tuesday, are heading towards Scotland, northern UK, and like with some islands there near like 133 km per gust on the European model. In spots further inland near the Scottish Highlands, close to 100 km per gust, and even higher, spots to 123 km per gust, and like spots in Northern Ireland and North Ireland as well. Some very damaging wind gusts, central UK there, and spots in the south it's better, not so severe. And this windstorm will lift further north towards the Faroe Islands and the North Atlantic and Iceland. So it does show Wednesday morning there in Iceland, some very high gusts, especially in the mountains, further into the mountains there, and shows in the Faroe Islands more than 100 km per gust, many sections there. And northernmost point of the UK does show some 142 km per gust, potentially northern Scotland, and the islands north of that does show some 112 km per gust, or even higher. Depends on the model. The GFS is also severe, like more than 122 km per gust. And the icons is also like 122 to even more. So please stay safe. These winds, be careful with wind damage, especially like right now in spots of Ireland and the UK, not areas. So please stay safe. And here, let's see if there's like the warnings. So there's some red warnings then the coast of Ireland for the rough seas and rain as well, and orange warnings for most of Ireland. So please be careful and warn others. The waves are very high, some very damaging waves, rough surf from this storm. So please stay safe. And in terms of rainfall, does show this extratropical cyclone itself. It's in the North Atlantic there. And there's some rain across parts of the UK and Ireland today, Tuesday. This lifts into Norway by Wednesday morning with freezing rain and ice spots central southern Norway and more snow across spots of central southern Norway. But be careful, especially with this ice there and some rain Sweden. So Wednesday this goes more snow and ice for central Norway and Sweden, and more snow throughout Finland Wednesday afternoon, and still shows some rain in the northern UK there Wednesday night. So be careful, and shows like Wednesday into Thursday, still some rounds of snow, a little bit of ice there in Norway. By Thursday, some remnant moisture, still shows like by Friday, Thursday night, central Norway and Sweden, some snow and ice left. And by Saturday, still shows some ice and some snow, central Norway and Sweden. So please be careful. Those areas, multiple rounds of snow and ice with these systems. And the rain accumulation does show in southern Norway there, like 124 millimeters, spots there 125. So be careful, especially near the coasts, some minor flooding possible. But further inland, most of it is snow. So like shows the mountains to 100 centimeters or more, a few higher elevations, spots central Norway there, southern Norway, in Oslo doesn't show that much, but does show some snow too, like most of southern Norway, except the coast that the elevation is lower, but most of central southern Norway. So shows like central Sweden, more snow, 42 centimeters or more. Spots there central Norway into Sweden. And this is 5 days out until Sunday. So throughout this week there'll be those multiple rounds of snow there. So please be careful. Shows northern Sweden to Norway there, and most of Finland, except maybe the far south, no, but most of Finland into northern Finland. So stay safe. The GFS is the same thing. It has less snow in southeastern Finland, but has some on the southwest. And to the north of that, like most of Finland will get snow in spots, most of Sweden except the far south, and there in Norway. The icon, a similar thing, except the icon has snow in southern Finland as well. So please be aware these systems, the rain and snow and everything. The UK shows more rain spots central to northern UK, close to 100 millimeters, central areas, and the far northern coast there. So be careful, especially like the northwestern coast should get some heavy rain from the rain bands. So be careful. It shows in Ireland, the west coast especially, more rain there and more spots. Further into southern Europe, not much in terms of precipitation. This area is kind of drier, some above average temperatures, but the Spain and Portugal section should have some, especially western Spain. In the east, there it's drier, only a shower or two in the Mediterranean near France and Spain. But like Western Spain and Portugal should get some more rain next 5 days. The GFS is like the same thing, like Northern Spain, Western Spain to Portugal, and the West it's mostly dry. So be aware. Those areas does show like there's a front now Tuesday, so basically everything's happening right now. Shows this spot there in the Madeira Islands, a few thunderstorms as well from this front, so be careful Wednesday. This might affect Morocco too, with some rain, and like central to northern Spain there in two spots of France, even the Canary Islands, a shower too, as this new front goes there in the Azores by Wednesday. So be aware. So Wednesday night, the cold front just fades and leaves eastern Spain dry, but it will have rain, bring rain on the west. And then Thursday into Friday, another front, western Spain and Portugal, Morocco, and the Canary Islands as well. So Friday shows more snow in Morocco, more snow in the high elevations of Spain, and maybe more rain in Portugal as well, in the Canary Islands, maybe in throughout areas, some rain too. So be aware that this moisture keeps trying to linger around the Mediterranean. It might bring rain to eastern Spain finally around the 15th. So there's a possibility on December 15th, some rain there in two sections of the Mediterranean. And the European does have a new front into Morocco, Spain, and Portugal by the 16th with more rain and snow. The GFS is also a similar picture. So be aware. Those areas will keep monitoring the trends. So the final rain accumulation till December 18th does show across most of Spain, including the east coast and spots as far east as Italy. But this is far out. It might change a lot. Like it changes multiple times per day. So be aware. And does show this reaccumulation just until Sunday across Algeria, spots of Morocco too. Wait, estou fazendo vídeo. So sorry about that. And show spots there like most of northern Morocco. Spots southern Spain might get some higher accumulations there. So locally in a few areas. The icon is also similar thing. Most of like northern Morocco, western Algeria, and to most of Spain. Just eastern Spain will be left out next 5 days. So let's see for snow now. So Southern Europe, the Alps, and all those areas basically quiet now. But later in the month, we'll see if this changes. But just in the next 5 days, show some 15 centimeters, spots northern Spain, spots there across like Castilla León, near Galicia, especially northern Castilla León, spots there western Spain, even Sierra Nevada, and the Pyrenees very little, but like a sprinkle or two. So be aware, and does show like Morocco, where there might be some greater snowfall from this cold front. See if the cold fronts materialize, because sometimes the forecast changes a lot. But it does show some 45 centimeters. Wait, estou fazendo vídeo. uns 15 minutos, 20. Ah, sorry about that. So let's continue here. The shows spots of the Atlas Mountains, central northern Morocco, like no northern Morocco, some 48 centimeters, 45 centimeters, 38. Shows spots there, central northern areas of the Atlas Mountains, some 20 centimeters, 1 centimeter, and does show in Algeria too, some 4 centimeters, a few areas there. So be aware, the GFS is kind of higher. The GFS, it does show spots of like 99 to 100 centimeters in the Atlas Mountains, and does show the icon is less, it's slightly less in all those areas. So we'll see, just be aware there that potential more snow is coming. So be aware. And the rest of Southern Europe is kind of chill, just like the Carpathians, some more snow there in Ukraine, spots in Slovakia. And we'll talk about Asia in the coming days, but just know that Turkey, spots in Iran, the Caucasus, still more snow expected. So shows there spots of the northern UK, like I showed you, like a little bit of snow, and there in Eastern Europe, like Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, Chile, Lithuania, more snow there in a few sections, and like most of Western Russia. We'll check the full Asia winter weather stuff soon, but be aware spots Western Russia, more those typical fronts with snow and everything. So be careful. Show spots northwestern most Russia there, and like spots further south in the Caucasus, like southwestern Russia, but mainly the mountains there. So be careful, and let's see further until December 23rd, just as curiosity. It does increase a little bit in the Alps and like spots in the Pyrenees, a centimeter or two, but it doesn't increase that much. The highest concentration of snow until the end of the month is like across Scandinavia and Iceland and Russia there, and spots there further into Asia, the Middle East. So what I'm trying to say, like there will be no significant systems of snowfall Central Europe in the coming days. There will be a spot or two, especially in the higher terrain, but nothing significant here in the coming days. The areas to watch are like spots in northern Europe, in Scandinavia, in Iceland especially, because like the mountains, southern Iceland, more than 87 centimeters or more, and spots there in Morocco, into Asia and the Middle East. So be aware. But in terms of rain, like just rain itself, I showed you that it's drier here, but more rain in the eastern Mediterranean there across near the coast of Syria into Israel and Cyprus and spots in Turkey there, in the Red Sea as well near Georgia. So be aware, but the rest of Central Europe is quite quiet. Until December 23rd, it might increase in Tunisia and spots Northern Africa, there into southern Italy, but still nothing that crazy. Does show like until the 23rd, this section here in the Balkans and Northern Italy still remains quite dry. But we'll keep watching because this changes a lot in the GFS until then. Still has sections of Southeastern Europe drier. So be aware, and we'll keep watching here. The European model does show like, let's see the temperature anomaly. So here, it does show still those above average temperatures, a few spots central, even to Eastern Europe there, and slightly much below average across Russia, those sections Western Russia, because the polar vortex still, and some cold waves there, but still above average spots Central Europe, so no significant cold waves as of now. Just later in the month, like spots sections of Spain and Morocco might be below average, but for now, no major cold, just like normal winter cold. So be careful. And there's this high resolution model there in the UK. Does show in Ireland too some wind gusts, more than 100 km per gust today, even like sections to 120 or more. So be careful and just like I showed you before, so stay safe. And here, let's see the actual temperatures in case there's anything important. So does show across Russia, most of the cold is there, and shows in Norway, Sweden. This is spots there across Norway, some -6, and spots in Northern Scandinavia to -9, -12 in Russia, and spots in Iceland there. And don't even ask me about Greenland, -45. But it's just ice there. So be aware, those areas shows like some -3 across the Alps during the day. During the night, it does decrease like some -6 to like -15 there across the Alps. In Austria, some -5 spots there in the Western Alps. In sections of the Mediterranean, some 7 degrees, 9 degrees. Like on the coastline, the open ocean, some 17 degrees, but further inland, some 4 degrees or even lower. And like central Italy, especially in the Apennines, some 2 degrees or less. Which shows there across Bosnia, this is some -1. Macedonia, spots there, Bulgaria, some -2. So be careful in the Balkans too, and shows like the UK is quite mild, although it's very windy and stormy. It's quite mild the temperatures, but still like it's not warm. It's cold. So be careful. Shows might get colder spots in the Alps and going into like Eastern Europe, especially like next night, not next night, Thursday morning, Wednesday night, it's a -12 in the high elevations, the Alps. Many spots close to zero across the Balkan Peninsula and Eastern-ish Europe, and spots of Spain there in the Iberian Mountains, some minus some 0 degrees, spot zero, even lower elevations here. So be aware, this is some -3 on the Pyrenees and more spots there. So be careful. And there in Scandinavia, mostly northern areas, some -6, spots -4, northernmost areas to -21, in northern Norway, into Finland, some -18. So stay safe in those areas. Thursday shows like Friday morning, still pretty cold across the Carpathians and the Alps, and spots in the Pyrenees there. So be careful, and other low elevations, slightly milder, but still kind of chilly, but kind of normal too for this time of year. Sections are still above average, so be aware. It might get colder by Saturday morning. The European models some -3. This section from Poland to Bulgaria in Eastern Europe some 0 degrees. And the Alps cold spreads towards Germany, some -1. Spots there Central Alps to -12. Western Alps, the Pyrenees -4. And central Eastern Turkey pretty cold as well. The Mediterranean coast slightly milder, but still like sections will be colder, like Rome to 40 degrees spots there. So be careful. There's this cold invading from Russia there, like into the Baltics, spots down to Ukraine, some colder temperatures, and like northern Sweden, even to -24 potentially by this weekend. Finland, this goes still shows like spots of Western Europe much milder during the day, like in the afternoon, milder, but Sunday night into next Monday morning, the 14th, 15th does show still sections of southeastern Europe, some more widespread negative temperatures, a few areas, especially in the Alps, more spots central Spain to the Pyrenees and France, and spots across Ukraine, Belarus, and to Russia, some more negative temperatures. So be careful. There are most of Finland as well, very cold. Norway into Sweden, some -17. Just southernmost areas of Scandinavia kind of escape, but be careful. And Iceland as well. And the UK is still milder, but a few spots might be chillier. And later into December, we'll see what happens. But most of the coldest will be further east into Eastern Europe and Russia and the mountain ranges. So be careful and stay safe. Let's just see one more thing. I kind of showed you this before, but this is a better way to see it. So let's go to Europe here for the ice and freezing rain across Norway. So does show like 12 hours, 48 hours freezing rain in the European. Doesn't show that much, but does show southern Norway there into spots of Sweden and like central southern Norway, some ice, even close to Oslo. So be careful, just be aware. And this is not Europe, it's Asia, but let's just mention this because the European model is some good amounts of freezing rain there near the Caspian Sea in Kazakhstan next 48 hours. So be careful in those areas and be aware of everything. Stay safe.